Hey guys, it's Corey, and today I am back for a breaking news segment of the Talent Recap Show. Have you been watching Alter Ego on Fox? Let me tell you, this virtual reality competition show is seriously so cool, and I cannot stop watching it. Today we have Chase Padgett from Alter Ego here to talk to us about his experience on the show. All right, so to start, can you tell me a little bit about your experiences on Alter Ego?
Oh, yeah. My experience with Alter Ego was incredible. I got to work with some of the best industry professionals behind the camera and behind the keyboard and all kinds of top level pros. And also the other singers we're actually on, this is a true story. We're on a group chat and we talk to each other every day. Like it's James's birthday today as we're filming this. Who does Kingston Soul, James Peck. And everyone's, shooting him in the group chat. Happy birthday, we love you. It's really beautiful.
That's great that you guys were all able to make friends along the way. So let's talk about you specifically here. I saw that you were a performer before Alter Ego. Can you tell me a little bit about what your life looked like before the show?
Yeah, totally. So for the last decade, I've made a living touring different one-man shows that involve music, comedy, and characters in different combinations. And I would take those to like performing arts centers or theater festivals. I also was, for a brief window right before the pandemic, main stage entertainer for Disney Cruise Line about a dozen-ish times, but then pandemic happened.
Can you tell me about the audition process? I know I saw a little bit about it on your TikTok.
Yeah, so I have never really pursued singing as like a main focus ever, but I did have one TikTok of me singing, and somebody saw that, and then somebody reached out to me. One thing led to another, and suddenly I'm in Los Angeles. We had a showcase week where they flew in a bunch of people and we got to sing for the producers of the show. And that's when they made their decisions about who got to move forward with production.
Now, when you were designing your avatar, where did you pull inspiration from?
You know what? I really love a lot of those golden oldies, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and everything from that era always has this sort of like golden tinge to it, right? Even in the day, everything was just kind of brown and cigarette smoke stains. So everything had this yellow, tint. And that's kind of where the idea of gold came from.
I like that a lot. Why do you think this show is good for performers?
I think this show is an interesting blend of technology and performance. The most interesting part for me about Alter Ego is the intersection between the humanity and the technology. And I think the technology allowed that to blossom in a way that hasn't really happened yet in other shows like this before.
Yeah, I mean, after just watching the couple of weeks it's been on, it's just such a cool show. It's so unique,
Yeah.
It's really cool. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it was a pretty unique experience too. Yeah, it's also unique. It can be challenging to do your best as a singer when you've been in a mocap suit for 14 hours straight. It's not uncomfortable, but it's not like comfortable.
Yeah, I get that. Now, you said that you were in the suit for 14 hours. Why 14? How did they even split that up?
Oh man, so on the film days, you show up super early and everyone has to get into the suit and get into the mocap. It takes time to calibrate, it takes time to do a sound check, and the technology is very cool, but there's so many moving parts and so many people involved with all those moving parts, it just takes a long time. The episode on TV is an hour, but from the time the audience comes into the room to the time the audience leaves the room, it was like 6 to 8 hours. It's a long day.
So can you explain to me what performing on this show felt like to you backstage?
There's a funny thing that happens to me whenever I get on stage in front of a live audience. I'm nervous beforehand, and then right when I get on stage, my nerves melt away. But when you're backstage and you're not in front of the audience directly, that dissipation of anxiety doesn't happen. I stayed anxious the whole time. So it was a completely new experience with just managing an anxiety that I didn't have to manage in the same way when I was in front of a live audience.
That's so interesting, because like when I saw that you had a background in, as a performer, I was like, I wonder if the show was like difficult for him because of that, you know?
It was, I came to it with a kind of a unique background for sure. It was difficult at times. It was also liberating at times. Honestly, I've never had an experience like this in my life, and I bet I probably never will again. Not like this.
That's so great. Now, could you tell us one thing that we don't see on the show that you could like explain to us about any part of it, like how the show works, anything?
Without getting in trouble.
Without getting in trouble, of course.
Getting to work with Adam Blackstone. Adam Blackstone is a top man behind the music for so many of these award shows. He's a band leader, he's a music director, he's incredible. And getting to work with someone of that caliber and that attitude towards seeing you do your best, no matter what your best is, was incredible. I would love to get a chance to work with him again someday. And we all got to do that with Adam. It was great.
That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. What was one of your favorite backstage moments you had at Alter Ego?
My whole life, I've done so many different things, and none of those different things, guitar, singing, improv, whatever, really ever took like the main focus. And I never identified as a singer because of that. And our vocal coach, India Carney, shout out to India, she's incredible. Go follow her on Instagram. On day one, after I said, I don't really think I'm not like a singer. And she was like, you're a singer. You're a singer, Chase. And that gave me a sense of identity that I didn't even know I needed. And that wouldn't have happened without the show.
That's absolutely great. That's so cool. You kind of found a whole new identity while you were on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what it's about in a way.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. That's exactly what it's about. The whole show is discovering not who you could be, but who you've always been.
So then, what would you say your most emotional moment on the show was?
Ooh, I can't tell you what my most emotional moment was because you'll just have to watch and see.
Okay. So can you tell us where we can find you on social media? Which social medias do you have? Which ones are you normally active on?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, Chase Paget 123. I'm on TikTok, Chase Paget 123. Twitter, just Chase Paget there. I should probably make them all the same thing because I'm a professional, right?
That's great. Well, thanks so much for interviewing with us, and thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to talk to us. So thank you so much for this.
Of course, thank you so much.
This alter ego?
Yeah.
This is the last piece of the puzzle, and I am thrilled to get to do it.
It was so great to talk to Chase today. I absolutely loved talking to him and loved hearing about his experiences on the new show. What do you guys think about the show, and what do you think about his avatar in general? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Follow Talent Recap on all social media and head on over to our website, talentrecap.com, to stay updated on your favorite competition shows and their stars. If you guys want to follow me, I'm at Corey Caesar on Instagram. And that's it. That's all I've got for you guys. Bye.
I'm Chase Paget, aka Orlando DeVille, on the show Alter Ego. Go watch it.